you do have a legitimate argument that you were not in your right mind. You do have a legitimate argument that you probably were drunk. Because why the hell would anybody instigate a fight with Mike Tyson? That's just dumb. I mean, that don't make any sense. Who are you, Mitch Green? Remember the guy Mike Tyson gave a black eye to? Remember the dude that was always starting stuff with Mike Tyson? You understand? I mean, who do you think you are? You ain't Mitch Green. So that just was not smart. It is what it is. I'm not trying to call a brother out or all of this other stuff.
You got Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. That's happening.
Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather don't like each other. They have not liked each other forever.
Tyson and Mayweather.
Yes.
But they like
Mike
money.
Tyson and Mayweather don't like each other.
Huh.
If there's a fight that might be real, like where Mike Tyson might say, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out, or I'm going to try.
Today was the day he's supposed to rest, and then he called all of us to come here because he decided to train. My opinion was the best decision. This is the way Mike, handled the things. He's supposed to rest, but he changed the idea, and we're here to push in as much as we can.
Stephen A. Smith cautions Floyd Mayweather Jr., saying that taking on Mike Tyson would be unwise, as Tyson continues to be one of the most feared and formidable fighters in boxing.
Mike Tyson is the guy that you want to start a fight with. You want to sit up there with all the people in the world whose seat you want to nudge, who you want to agitate while he's trying to get some sleep, who you want to mess with. You picked that guy. Mike.
Joe Rogan points out that Mike Tyson never liked Floyd Mayweather Jr. and would take this fight very seriously, praising Tyson for staying sharp and maintaining his impressive skills.
Could he hit him? I mean, that little motherfucker can move still at 50 years old. Yeah. He's so slick.
Yep.
He's still in shape. He's still fit.
They're both old as fuck. But this is the boxing.
How old is Mayweather?
67.
Dude, Bernard
49?
Hopkins was
49.
still...
Training footage captures Mike Tyson preparing intensely for a fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr., showcasing his passion, speed, discipline, and relentless determination throughout camp.
Holy cow. Five.
How you doing? Oh, good. How you doing? Billy. Bruce, nice to meet you. Pleasure, brother.
Evander Holyfield predicts that Mike Tyson could overpower Floyd Mayweather Jr., noting that Tyson possesses heavier punches and a naturally stronger physical presence in the ring.
Saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather? That's huge. Well, I just got Floyd because he's younger, 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
Floyd, I hear bigger punches, man. You're gonna get toe up.
Really?
Well, of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down? But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. Do you think he'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if they compete, he's gonna get.
I like that. You're sticking with your boy Tyson, though. You're loyal.
Well, I'm just
heavyweight size.
He don't let nobody get this.
Reports suggest that Mike Tyson already appears ready for a showdown with Floyd Mayweather Jr., looking focused, motivated, and fully prepared both mentally and physically.
Fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same thing. There's nothing that's going to match the Mayweather-Pacquiao era of that time where they were flying and people wanted to see that fight. This is not going to be that feeling on the morning of. But like the champ said, on the morning of, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, I think you're gonna end up, ordering that pay-per-view or watching on Netflix.
The legendary status of Mike Tyson alone draws immense global attention, guaranteeing huge crowds, extensive media coverage, and widespread excitement whenever his name is linked to boxing events.
What? 30 seconds. What a beautiful left hook. I like the way you prepared before. Just like that, Mike. Just one. Exactly. How can I touch you? Explode body shots. Beautiful. He can find you. He cannot find you. There he is. Just like that. You can't.
Despite his age, Mike Tyson continues to train with the intensity of his prime, displaying explosive movement, excellent conditioning, and remarkable dedication ahead of competition.
Paid as the promoter. This I never thought would happen. I just never thought it would happen. Now him returning to the ring, how does this affect him moving forward? Does he stay 50-0? I don't believe Florida get a loss on his record. Let me tell you why I say this and why and how this smart man has changed the game, maybe jumping back into this change game again. Look at guys like the Paul brothers. You know, you see what I'm saying? They're making money off the pay-per-views now with the Netflix and all of that. He's going to do an exhibition fight, and he's going to get paid a lot of money for that.
Michael Levin recently shared his reaction to Floyd Mayweather Jr. announcing his plan to come out of retirement after his exhibition with Mike Tyson in April. Levin admitted the news immediately caught him off guard, and his first reaction was disbelief. For many years, Mayweather built a reputation as a fighter who retired at the perfect moment, preserving his undefeated record and maintaining the image of complete financial success. Because of that legacy, the sudden idea of returning to the ring sparked many questions. Levin explained that curiosity quickly followed his initial surprise, as he wondered what could truly motivate someone with Mayweather's accomplishments, wealth, and global recognition to step back into the competitive spotlight.
This is why I don't think the 50-0 would be in jeopardy. Because you don't have a mandatory fight. You don't have to play mandatory teams. So you can pick who you're going up against. If you were in the NFL, you couldn't pick who you were playing. In the NBA, you can't pick who you're playing. In no other sport can you pick who you're going to go up against except boxing. And that's why he can always protect that 50-0 while he goes and collect a lot more dough, if you know what I mean. That's the jig right there in boxing, why you can return. Because even in UFC, they govern who fights who. So in every other place, every other sport, it's being governed.
Recently, rumors have emerged suggesting that Mayweather might be facing financial pressure, prompting fans and analysts to speculate about the true reason behind his comeback. Although nothing has been officially confirmed, the chatter has undeniably intensified public interest. At the same time, Urban noted that Mayweather has always been a master at generating attention, building hype, and turning fights into massive business opportunities. Simply being linked to Tyson guarantees global headlines, immense curiosity, and significant financial potential. Whether motivated by business, competition, or legacy, this announcement once again puts Mayweather at the center of the sports conversation.
Bad situation. You are in a financially tough situation, which everybody can be in. I'm in right now. It's tough, right? Because you got all kind of stuff going on. Every single time you bring money on, your costs grow. That's just the way it is to the world, and the way it is in the world. Most people at a certain point in time have money problems. Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a ton of money, made a lot of moves. Some of them worked out, some of them didn't work out. Wound up being in, having debt, having to get rid of stuff, right? That is what happens to a lot of people when they downsize in life. But a lot of people don't have the wherewithal to get back up, fight, and figure out exactly what they're going to do to solve that problem. So I respect Floyd for coming back out, getting in,
and provided a balanced perspective on the recent developments surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his decision to return to the ring. According to Fannin, Mayweather amassed tremendous wealth over his legendary boxing career, making numerous financial moves and investments over the years. Some of these ventures were successful, while others did not go as planned. As a result, Fannin suggested that Mayweather may have faced debt or needed to sell or scale back certain assets, a situation many successful individuals eventually encounter when circumstances change. He explained that downsizing or experiencing financial setbacks is not uncommon, even for those who once stood at the very top of their profession.
Of 3 or 4 fights, I respect him for that because he says, look, man, at the end of the day, I got to be responsible and I got to produce this money. So whatever things he had going on that made where he's trying to cut this deal and cut that deal, man, this is him going back to earning money with his hands. And you got to respect somebody at any age that says, look, man, I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do this work because I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to take care of my responsibilities. I'm going to get past these problems that I have. And hey, man, this is a second shot. And like I can tell you as a personal thing, man, like being successful one time is a really, really good feeling. It really is, man. I've been there where you feel like, man, I'm really headed to the top of the world. You've been dreaming about it. You get there and then boom, it's a little different than what you think it is. But then, you know, life goes on and then boom, you take a hit, right? But then can you get back?
Mayweather deserves respect for choosing to return to action rather than avoiding the challenge, stepping back into the ring for an exhibition with Mike Tyson and taking on additional fights. He is essentially returning to the arena where he built his fortune, using his skills to generate income once again. Fannin highlighted that responsibility plays a significant role in such decisions, noting that Mayweather understands his obligations, including providing for his family and managing financial commitments. In this sense, the comeback reflects a willingness to work regardless of age or reputation. Fannin drew a parallel to public figures who faced major setbacks but successfully rebuilt their careers, such as Vanessa Williams. Just as Williams rebuilt her career after controversy, Fannin believes Mayweather is striving to rise again after adversity.
On the line, who knows what could truly happen in the ring? And I'm not slating Tyson here, but his performance against Jake showed that he probably won't be able to do much against Mayweather. Whilst Mayweather, he's still slick, and he's fit enough to embarrass Tyson if he wants to. And do I think Mayweather will have the decency if things get personal to, say, do what Jake did and match Tyson's level and pace? I don't know. Especially if things get personal, it could get really nasty. And that's one thing you have to give Jake here, is when he stepped in the ring and realized Tyson didn't have it anymore, he didn't truly try to embarrass him. But will Mayweather? I guess only time will tell. And that's only one of the many issues with this fight. If you want to break it down further, the weight classes are of course comedically far apart.
The tension between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been simmering for years, largely triggered by Mayweather's comments about Muhammad Ali. Many fans and former fighters passionately defended Ali's legacy, with Tyson among those who disagreed with Mayweather's viewpoint. Since then, occasional remarks and responses from both sides have kept the rivalry quietly alive. They frequently clash over topics such as the significance of championship belts, boxing history, and what truly defines greatness in the sport. Despite these differences, one factor ultimately brought them together: money. Reports indicate that the financial opportunity tied to a potential exhibition fight was compelling enough to persuade both men to consider stepping back into the ring.
And as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits, like he hasn't been paying things and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where he shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up, you know.
All the money. He got to show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that like, boy, that money goes quick.
Yeah.
Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that...
Promoters also recognize that the existing tension between the two fighters could generate significant excitement. In boxing promotion, rivalries and heated exchanges often play a key role in drawing viewers, ticket sales, and media attention. However, that same drama carries risks. What is meant to be an exhibition could quickly escalate if personal emotions flare during the press tour and promotional events. Tyson is still revered for his legendary power, while Mayweather remains celebrated for his speed, defense, and technical skill. If their pride and egos get involved, the situation could become unpredictable. Ultimately, whether the event stays friendly or turns personal will depend on how both legends manage the build-up.
Let them get their money. They're gonna make a lot of money. Mike Tyson makes the money to give to his kids. Floyd makes the money to show us, right? Let them make their money. Why not? It's an exhibition style. They got history. They don't like each other. They are two of the biggest imposing figures in boxing history. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali. Right? So they gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people gonna tune in and they gonna watch it. They don't like each other. So even though it's an exhibition style, you best believe it's not gonna count against their actual record, but it's a real fight.